Yes, welcome back to the second stanza of the program, The Conversation, coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name still remains Nelson Ekujumi, and I still have with me in the studio Peter Clever Okpara. Peter, thank you for being with us.
You are welcome.
Yes, on this second stanza of the program, we are going to Edo State. And the next couple of days, we are counting down days, September 21. The people of Edo State will go to the polls to elect a new governor. The incumbent governor, Godwin Obaseki, of the People's Democratic Party, is not running any longer. This is second term as allowed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But we have two major candidates, or even three, including the former president of Nigerian Bar Association, Mr. Olumide Akpata, who is running under the Labour Party. And since this campaign season or this electionary season began, it has been claims of allegations and counter-allegations, to the extent that just yesterday I was reading the papers where the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, while meeting with the chairman of the National Peace Committee, former head of state, retired General Abdulsalam Abubakar, was threatening that the PDP was not going to sign the peace accord. And his reason being that some persons were arrested. And I'm surprised that Godwin Obaseki, as the governor of his state, who swore on oath to protect the law, is threatening the security agencies for performing their job. If anybody has been arrested by the security agency, it is very clear the number of days for which they can keep the person to custody. Otherwise, they have to seek the consent of the court, to release that person. They have to see the consent of the court to still keep that person beyond the constitutional allowed days. And if they have not done that, I expect Governor Godwin Obaseki, if he's a man that believes in the rule of law, to have, told his party and the family or associates of the persons in questions to go to court and seek the enforcement of their fundamental human rights. I think the abuse of executive powers by our governors is something we must condemn. Because I don't think if it was somebody else that made this statement, people will take it lying low. That the police have arrested somebody, they have taken him to Abuja. The police don't have a duty to explain to you and why they have arrested him. It's within the confines of the authority of the police. The INEC has even extended the collection of PVCs to Sunday, 15th of September. INEC is doing everything possible. They are meeting with all the stakeholders. The security agencies are all on ground. But the threats of violence or violence that has preceded or characterized some of the party campaigns are condemnable. We must condemn them. Election is a festival of the voters. We expect the parties, their candidates, to go there and tell the people what they want to do, what they have to offer the people of Edo State, rather than these threats of people killing one another, injuring one another, disrupting each other's campaign trade. So for me, we are eagerly looking forward to a peaceful and orderly election in Edo State. I've been there on a number of occasions, even during the previous elections. And I hope, and I'm praying, I'm wishing, just like millions of Nigerians, that the elections in Edo will be peaceful, because the people of Edo State must be admonished. There is life after election. Edo State belongs to the people of Edo. You cannot afford to destroy your states. You cannot afford to destroy your common heritage because of election. The office that these candidates, who are all sons and daughters of Edo State, are striving for, is to go there and better the lot of the Edolites, and not to go there and destroy their lives. So I wonder why all this tension. Election that is supposed to be, festival of the voters, where people should be free to exercise their right. And again, one beautiful thing about Edo is that in the history of elections in Nigeria, Edo State was, I think that was in 2017, if I'm correct, Edo State was the first state, I say it categorically because I was there, that I saw turned elections into a carnival. What do I mean by carnival? On election day, you will see all sorts of commercial activities within the vicinity of the election environment, where people were drinking and eating. You know, in those times when election is coming, on a Friday, they will tell you, stock up, you will not be able to get anything to buy out there on Saturday of election. Economic activities on election days are normally shut down. But my brother, when I went to Edo, like any other person, we saw a different ball game, and since then, that has been the story. When we went to Ondo the following election then, just like now, you know, Edo is September, Ondo is November. We saw the same thing in Ondo. So for me, I think I am more interested in that carnival-like atmosphere than an atmosphere of violence.
Well, like you have said, election is supposed to be a peaceful, orderly process, and we have to look from the perspective of the conductors of the election, which is INEC. INEC has assured that it's going to conduct a hitch-free and successful election from its own side. The security agencies have also assured to ensure that there is adequate and peaceful conduct of the election. Yeah. Now, the peace accord, let us not even dwell more on it. Whether you sign the peace accord, is not a binding accord. But if the governor could say, I'm not signing the peace accord because my men were arrested, that means he has sounded the war signal. And it's about maybe to tell him, bring it on. But because I believe that the security agencies will be equal to whatever task that comes up on September 21st. Having said that, even the alleged arrest of some people, which the governor was, touting about, when you look at it very well, if you study what has been happening in Edo very closely, I think what really happened was that there were a lot of unofficial security groups that were being masked.
Yes.
And we saw some violence that happened, in the course of the campaign.
Yes.
You saw that the governorship candidate of the APC
together
with the former deputy governor, were attacked at the vicinity of the airport,
And the policeman was killed.
And the policeman or two were killed in the process. Yes. And there were so many other cases. And I believe that the police studied this thing and felt that there were a lot of unofficial security agencies being recruited purposely for this election.
Yes.
And it went for them. Maybe the governor, that was his own fallback. He wanted to have his own militia to guard the distance. And so if he says he's not signing a peace accord, no problem about that. But whatever he believes, I believe that the security agencies will be equal to that. And that is what matters in election. So that whoever wants to peacefully conduct himself in election will be protected. And that is now the issue. But when you look at what is going to happen in Edo, I think what the governor is trying to do is like I think he is seeing an unfavorable result at the end of the day. He is the governor. He must have weighed the political tempo on the ground. Let us look at it very well. 4 years ago, when he was contesting, he won. And why did he win? Most members of even the ruling APC were working for him. Some governors of the APC worked for him. And what was the belief? That his emergence will steal the ambition of now President Tinubu. And the linkage with Adams, Oshiomhole, and Tinubu and
national chairman.
They work for him. Even the governor, I read his speech. He said that some INEC officials who are close to the former governor of Rivers State have been posted to his state. And you now imagine, the former governor of Rivers State was the hatchet man that made the last election possible for him. That same former governor of Rivers State. So what is he now crying about? So when you look at it very well, now look at his part with his deputy, who is one leg of the two-legged arm. you know, two-legged table he was sitting on. His deputy, he fell off with the deputy. And why did he fell off with the deputy? He wanted to, remember that 4 years ago, he campaigned on the mantra of shunning godfatherism. Now he wanted to be a godfather. He wanted to impose a candidate. The deputy said, no, I want to also
run. Yes,
he now hunted the deputy out of office. Yes. Thank God the courts now restored the deputy. You know, he hunted the deputy out of office. Now the deputy had turned against him and had gone to APC. And he's now crying. Let him face his political music and stop and not even think that he will disturb the peace of the peaceful conduct of the election and go scot-free. I believe and I know, based on what I had and what I've read, the security agencies are equal to the task on whoever will bring something untoward to that election. Let him campaign and go to the field.
Well, Peter, let me even inform you and inform our viewers. I was in Edo State for the last gubernatorial election. You know, the governor, the outgoing governor, was formerly of the APC.
Yeah, sure.
For a second tenure, he became the candidate of the PDP because he was denied the APC.
Yes.
On the day of election, when the election had commenced, the governor was asked, how was the election? Yeah. How is the election going?
Yeah, he said it was...
He said INEC has rigged, that they have been manipulated.
Yes.
And lo and behold,
yes,
after the election, when he was declared the winner, the same mouth, he now said INEC has conducted the best election.
That's Nigerian politicians for you. That's Nigerian politicians for you. Yes.
Honestly.
We already.
He spoke from both sides of the matter. And, you know,
that is it.
For me.
So if he is now saying that INEC has concluded plan to rig the next election, he's just playing through to type.
Yes.
And that will not move anybody because
absolutely.
we know his style.
Yes,
he's just scaremongering. That's what he's doing.
Absolutely.
He's scaremongering in anticipation of maybe an unfavorable result on the 21st.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I agree with you, Peter. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned to the conversation today. We've had a very beautiful conversation on all the topics we discussed. And I want to implore you that our channels are open for sponsorship on TV 360 in Nigeria. The conversation is a weekly public issues discussion program. And like I said earlier on, this program and so many other programs on TV 360 are open for public sponsorship. Please come and patronize us. Well, Peter, I thank you very much for coming on to the program today. Thanks, it's a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, our viewers, I hope you have had a wonderful time with us. Till we come your way again next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.